it's over. Israel is winning. They're taking the whole thing, and that's very pessimistic. People don't want to hear that.
For me, it's the children, right? And that's when you realize that, oh shit, I hit the genetic lotto. Like, let's be real, dog. The fact that we're sitting here having this conversation, like, we spoiled as fuck.
The podcast hosted by Palestinian children probably wouldn't be that good.
They probably aren't very funny. They're real serious.
Their comedic timing is
yeah.
You know, it's not there.
They tend to bomb a lot.
Okay.
Edgy Day.
Done with Bamfomania, folks. The world's greatest freestyle rap and comedy podcast. If the beat drops while you're talking about it, you got to rap about it. I'm David. Alex is here. We got a special guest from Ontario, Hazerd. What's up, dude?
How y'all doing, man? Thanks for having me. Should we do a cheers?
Let's do a cheers, bro. We're drinking 40s in honors of the 40-ounce Fridays, which... What number are you? Can you hear him?
I just realized I had him turned all the way down. Not anymore, though.
There we go.
Yeah, he's back.
We live?
Yeah,
we're live as hell.
What's up,
baby?
What number are you on, dude?
We just dropped volume 276.
We're on a similar, we're on 216 of this.
Okay.
So we started about 4 years ago.
Yeah. So I've been doing it 5 years and some change. So you guys are coming up on 5 years then, right?
It'll be 5 years in January of 25.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So what is that? I think it's 260, right? 260 is 5 years.
Yeah. So
we just did the 5-year anniversary show for 40 Ounce Fridays.
You've been pretty consistent every Friday.
Every Friday.
Only miss a couple here and there. Someone's on vacation or something, right? Or
I haven't missed one.
Haven't missed a single one.
That's crazy.
Not so, through COVID. We've had a lot of deaths, like in the family and in the not like I want to make sure that I'm careful about that.
Yeah, you can't talk about the vaccines on YouTube, or you're gonna hold channel.
No. We've had deaths. You know what I mean? Like I've had deaths like around me and whatnot. Through all of that, right, and through having the C virus a couple times. You know what I'm saying? That all that.
So you pushed through and was still doing it.
I remember one time I had it bad. I had the Rona like bad, and I drink the 40 every week. I drank the 40 with Corona, and I literally I was laying in bed sweating after that. What the fuck?
Damn. Do you think it cured the Rona for you?
Hell no. I made it.
It made it worse.
It made it worse for that night, and then the next morning I was cool, but it was all bad. I was
That's
sweating.
crazy.
I was throwing up. It was all bad.
We were talking before the show. Maybe we can get back into this. I was like, "Oh, Mickey should sponsor you." I was gonna tell you this. I was like, "Let's get 40s. Fucking, this makes sense. It's a thing."
Yeah.
We haven't had I used to drink Steel Reserve in college.
Okay.
It's fucking disgusting.
Yeah, that's dirt water.
Cobra. What's the
Cobra?
Cobra?
Cobra. Oh.
So then I pulled up to the liquor store right here in Long Beach, and I was like, "Yo, you got Mickey's?" And they're like, "Nah." So then I went to another fucking place, and I got up in the teller's face, and I was like, "Hey, do you got any Mickeys?" And he was like, "Nah, that green bottle gets sticky."
I need Mickey's. Could you please get it for me quickly? I need it in the bottle. Don't spill it. It gets sticky. High sugar, high. Yo, I like the Hornet. Yeah, I like to pour it. Yeah, it's never boring.
Never boring, your boy is always flowing like the liquor out the bottle. Don't dawdle, here we go. From today to tomorrow. Next week, 277. I send a beat to heaven, yeah. Murk it. Put it in the casket. He's a basket case. He just takes any beat he hops on and he erase.
I just erased Mickey's face, and now it's not a bee. It's a wop in its place. I mean a wasp.
Oh, geez.
I meant to say a different thing. Now I'm insulting people from Italian.
We respect our Italian brethren.
Oh my God, that was Freudian slip.
He was talking about wet ass pussy.
Yeah. I was talking about Cardi. Yo, this ain't bad.
Get a bucket and a mop.
No, so I pulled up to the first spot.
Yeah.
There was not even a person at the register. It was like one of these liquor stores. It's just like somebody sitting in the back. They had Miller High Lifes, and I heard you talk about how High Life owns Mickey's.
Miller owns Mickey's, yeah.
And so then I went to a different place, and they still didn't have it.
Yeah.
So then I literally had to call a place before pulling up
Sure.
to verify that they had the shit,
Yeah.
and I had to go to like a nice liquor store.
I wonder if that's the first time that phone call's ever been made.
Yeah,
Do
yeah.
y'all sell Mickey's 40s?
Do you guys have 40 ounces of malt liquor?
That's so funny.
It's where I stay at, pretty much all the stores have them stocked. There was a while I remember I was like Googling it because I couldn't find them anywhere, and like they're kind of big and cumbersome, so you can't really buy a whole bunch of them, right? Yeah. Because the homies tell me just buy 10 of them, like, and put them where?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
So he's like, oh yeah, that's a good point. So I just usually buy them by the week, but there was a point where there was a shortage on the glass, the green glass or whatever.
Yeah.
I remember there was a while where like, you know, there was like a rumor going around like, oh, Mickey's is gonna stop production, and like what? And then I found out there was like a problem with the green glass. You know what I mean? So there's one 40 ounce Fridays where I grabbed a Miller High Life. It's the same company that the bottle even looks the same, but it's clear glass instead of green.
Bro, I heard you talk about that, and it makes sense. Also, Heineken been using green bottles for fucking 100 years without a problem.
It does
so
seem like it's a vibe.
They got the. I think it's also good for the liquor. Like it protects.
What?
It
maybe.
protects the
It
color.
It doesn't let the beer get skunky.
It's
That's
like a
supposedly,
tinted window.
Bro, I was
almost
gonna
a little
say, it would be really cool. I did this for my girlfriend's birthday, when she turned fucking 40. I drew her face, and then we put it on 40-ounce bottles. It'd be sick if you had your little guy in the bag on a bottle, and then you had branded fucking
40s.
We're definitely trying to do something cool. I don't want to speak on it before it's done, but we're trying to do something cool.
That is a thing. A lot of times I talk about something cool that's in the works, and then it shits on itself somehow. Yeah, you don't want to jinx it.
But yes,
for sure.
yeah, point taken. Yeah,
I think it's a good move. I'd love to help you, but if it's already happening, then
we could talk. Like my thing always is like, you know, two heads are better than one.
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I mean, whatever it takes to get the right idea.
Well,
I kind of feel like 40s are on their way out as far as mass
that's what I'm
popularity,
that's what
though.
I'm
Like, you're
saying.
gonna
Like
have to. It's going to be your job to keep them popular.
that's what's
you know what I
perfect
mean?
about it is because they're not popular. You have an opportunity to like repopularize them, which you already have done it.
I was gonna say we dusted them off. Wasn't nobody checking for these. Like the first week that I did it, I remember the homie was like, "Oh, what kind of 40 you gonna drink?" And you're talking about King Cobra, you're talking about Still Reserve. Growing up, bro, the reason why I drank these is because it was the only one I could drink. You know
The
what I'm
only
saying?
one he could drink.
From the age of a preteen, y'all shouldn't do it under 21, but plenty 40s got drinking and my breath stankin', had me thinking that I was ready to be a big man. I'm the shit, man. Ready with he spit, man.
I was the shit back when I did my first sip and spit. I fucking spit so hard off the top. Yeah, you know my freestyles, chilling with a thought.
I weighed as much as the 40 that I'm drinking, and it's tough, yo. And my breath started stinking, cause the malt, yo, my breath is malted, and it's not my fault. It's the fault of the liquor, yo. It's often
fault of the liquor. He just spit sicker and he think quicker. Yeah, that boy bigger. Yeah, he a real life giant, so defiant, no lying. This is all off the top. This is all off the dome. This is Hazerd to the microphone. Yeah,
That's the name of the show.
yeah.
I watched the first one, and it's you in like the baseball jersey.
Yeah, it's in my boy's room.
Bro, that shit is. You look so much younger. It's funny. Like the 40s have done a number on you. You know what I'm saying?
Jesus Christ, man, you really think so?
No. I look at myself 4 years ago, and I just look like less evolved as a person. Like you kind of become yourself as time passes.
I definitely feel that.
And you didn't have the glasses and the hat. Like you hadn't like you weren't like rocking your look.
I started.
In that video.
You know what's so funny is I started wearing the glasses specifically because we got to a point where like life got hectic with the series, and like I would like the first I don't know 10 or 15. Like if you know were to play the beat from the first probably 10, 15 volumes, I could literally spit them word for word right now. Like no
So you
problem.
just know that
I
shit.
knew them. Like I would come in completely prepped, and then as we went on, life was in the way. So I would literally show up to his pad and start like working on the verse there.
So
You know what
it
I'm saying?
became part of the process to
It became
write.
part of the process to kind of come with it and come. So I started wearing the glasses. You know what? I think the first time I wore the glasses, funny enough, first time I started wearing glasses on camera. I had a little situation, a little extracurricular activities with like me versus like 4 dudes, four or five. It was like 4 or 5 of them.
We're talking a brawl here.
Yeah.
No, porno flick.
So like Jesus Christ. So like I had got into it with like 4 or 5 people. I was like walking out it was stupid, and like I decided like the one with the big mouth was gonna feel it the most. You know what I'm saying? So I like took them to the ground. And they didn't really know what they were doing. I was very fortunate. I was able to take him to the ground, and like, I beat the fuck out of him. And I was like kind of bear hugging him on the ground and just like pummeling him, but they were just kicking the shit out of him. So like one dude kicked me really hard, like in the side of the head. And I remember I had a fucking big old fucking bump on the side of my head that like as it went down, the blood went into my eye.
Oh, so it fucked up your eye, and you had to wear
I
glasses.
didn't even have a black eye. Like, but I
red
had,
eye.
But I had a huge. It looked like I had a black eye. You know, but if I touched it, it didn't hurt or nothing. It was all the blood that
was like a
coagulated.
hematoma.
Hematoma, and the blood's got to go somewhere. So it traveled like the least path of resistance.
It just
whatever.
sat there.
It just sat under my eye forever.
You look like ASAP Yams for a week.
No. I literally started wearing glasses because I think I'm not even exaggerating to you. I think I had a fucking black eye for like a month.
Damn.
Though they do last longer than you would expect them
Like
to.
a month,
Yeah.
like 5-6 weeks.
So then the glasses became a look.
So it became a thing, you know. And then I started, and then what it was I noticed that like my process for writing isn't writing, like it's like sit with the beat and kind of shadow box.
So you're not writing down shit.
No.
It's all in your head.
It's all in my head.
I'm always blown away when people do that.
So I'm like half the time that I'm rapping, I look like this. So I started getting kind of called out for that. Like I remember I had one. It was really, really good. I love that verse, but I'm like this the whole time, and people were like, "What kind of drugs is he on?" And I was like,
Dude needs an exorcist.
this
He's
shit's
like,
all
just the 40.
bad, you know. It was after where I really started wearing them. Really, really was when I had some shit pop off on TikTok for me, and when like my TikTok went crazy, like that many more eyes paying attention. You know what I mean? And people, oh, your eyes do a weird thing, and I ain't gonna lie to you, I got self-conscious. I was like, I got money. Let me go buy some nice glasses.
Put glasses on. No, I think the glasses are cool. It you know, it's like common in fucking poker. You want to hide your bluff. You want to not be like, you don't want to show too much emotion. So put the glasses on. Now you're less vulnerable.
Well, I'm gonna be real too. For me, at least, it's like, what it helps with me, like I could be blown out my mind. I could be on a good one, and still conduct myself pretty well. But my eyes, bro, betray me every time.
You can tell just by my face that I'm in a bad place. You can see it in my eyes that I am feeling fried. You can see it in my pupils that I am acting stupid. Yeah, I'm acting stupid. Yeah.
It's not cool, fool. The way my pupils, they be revealing my feelings. Yeah, I'm vulnerable. You can tell the way I'm doing by the way my irises showing off all the shit. Oh my god.
Yeah. Yo, no exaggeration. I be fucking higher than the rate of the inflation.
Whoa.
My eyes looking lower than the economy or Biden's approval rating before he quit the race seat.
Damn. Yo.
I'm just getting to it. Yeah, like he said, he be acting stupid, so me too. Before I put the glasses on, yeah, like Daniel's son, I'm waxing on, waxing off.
Biden needs to get some freaking glasses. Get some UV protection for his old asses.
Yeah.
Pretty good. That makes sense. You're trying to fucking keep it under wraps. I was gonna ask you about you did the Cypher a couple months ago, and I noticed like that's pretty like the Coyotes are in that. And,
yeah.
and
The hip hop is not dead Cypher.
I feel like I hadn't heard about them at that time, but they
Yeah.
kind of just became super fucking popular recently. I wasn't as tapped in maybe with like
I was gonna say
underground
they've
LA
been doing their shit,
but they're like I feel like they kind of just went super viral with the Shaq song and like with some
Right.
other shit that they've been doing.
yeah.
So now
Shouts out to the Coyotes, man. They just dropped their album. I'm gonna plug their album. It's called L Aliens.
oh, like it's like AT Aliens.
Yeah,
That's
but
funny.
L Aliens. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
great, that's great.
I super rock with them dudes, man. Guapo Blanco. They're just good. They're just good dudes. You know, been tapped in with me since a while back. It was an interesting little situation. They were being managed by Whack 100. or I don't know if they were managed. They had some kind of deal with them. Like they were on contract with Whack 100. Whack 100 had made a comment about like, I'll never sign an SA rapper. Whoa, I don't do that shit.
He do be saying some
and yeah, so he had
sometimes.
said that, and he was talking like he was conflating like jailhouse politics with different stuff, and I didn't like the kind of like inflammatory tone that he had. So my thing, it had nothing to do with like me having an issue with him. I was just like, hold on, we're gonna press reset on this. And I had done like a verse, one of my more popular 40 Ounce Fridays. I had addressed the situation, and my thing was just like, race relations in Southern California, specifically between black and brown individuals, or brown and browner is what I say, right? Because we're more alike than not, right? So it's I just feel like race relations. I've watched them my whole life, and I watched where they were at, and then I watched it get like kind of worse, and then significantly better now. And being a student and a fan and a practitioner of hip hop, like, I feel like there's no room for racism, right?
Yeah.
Like not in what I do. Like it's just not, to me it's like it's just hypocritical if my favorite rapper is black or whatever the case is, if this culture that I participate in and that I love and that saved my life, I got hip hop tattooed on my fucking wedding finger. So like, what kind of idiot would I be to preach and spread ignorance and to be racist, right? So it was bad though because they're signed to Whack at the time. So it was the whole like, people were kind of calling him out and like, oh well, what are you gonna do? Like he's disrespecting Mexicans,
Yeah.
And y'all are signed to him and y'all are supposedly proud Mexican. And they were in a real tough place.
Because people were asking them to take action.
Basically to say something. And it's like, bro, like, what do you want them to say? Like, they had made a statement, and we had private conversations. They had reached out to me, and they're like, hey, just wanted to, reach out. And dude was, it was Guap that reached out. And Guap was like, hey, Haz, I fuck with you. Just want to let you know, like, my respects. And, like, they were very, like, both of them super humble, super low-key about it. But, like, them dudes right there, man, genuinely solid individuals. If you haven't, stream L Aliens, Coyote for Hire. It's out right now. Shouts out to the Yotes, man. Guap, Blanco, y'all both doing your shit, bro. Love the project. It sounds amazing. It's phenomenal.
I'm sure it's fire.
They make good music.
And they're also lyrical. Like there's not a ton of like modern hip hop that's lyrical. Like that's something that
a lot. I got a ton of respect for them dudes, man. And just like shouts out to them, bro. L Aliens right now out everywhere. Stream that shit. Shouts out Guap, Blanco. You know what it is, doggy.
Hell yeah.
Shouts out to the Yotes.
How'd you like? Are you on a contract or are you a manager? Like, or are you completely independent? What's the deal?
So right now, we're having some conversations. We'll see where it goes. I'm a free agent, doggy.
Hey, there you go.
You know what I mean? I got a team around me. I'm very blessed. I'm very, very fortunate. I've got kind of like a management duo, and then my engineer Danny Zico does his thing. He records every single week out of Room Z. It's me and Danny Zico. It's just heat though, like free throws. It's automatic. It's in. Whenever I hop on with Danny Zico, it's a win.
You gotta have a good team in your back pocket. You can't stop it, yo. You're gonna reach the top like a damn rocket. You gotta have some people that you be trusting, or else you're never gonna bust in the industry.
Yeah, me and my whole team going in like forensics. I'm about to travel to Paris Olympics with my fucking team. Yeah, I get my spleen for the crew. Yeah, I'm chilling, sipping brews.
Okay, I grew up gang banging, so team mean a different thing. Then I grew up, matured, and understood where I could be. Yeah, so I put some dudes around me. How's that sounding? It's foolproof. I am foolproof. Look, meaning fuck. I don't know.
Foolproof.
Let's talk about that. So you were in the streets banging on fools and shit. What was that?
I was a youngster, just a young idiot, and it's more like when you grow up in a neighborhood, you're like from that neighborhood, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like
no matter what.
It's more like I had parents that loved me. I had a pop. Like my whole family's like from East LA, right? I moved out to Ontario when I was like 5 years old, and like my pops didn't play that shit. My moms didn't play that shit at all. But I was just a knucklehead, bro. Like I liked being outside. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to, be in the middle of the bullshit. And then like the people that you grow up around, like you go from playing Little League Baseball to going to the corner store to going over here, and then you're with them when you see people from the other side and y'all get in a fight. It's just like it happens, right? And so it's like, you go to junior high and then you come back, junior high and high school, and all of a sudden this fool, that was a skateboarder, now he's a tagger. This fool that was in sports, now he's gangbanging, right? You heard about that, and oh, there's so-and-so's from such and such now. Oh, for real? And you see him in the hallway and it's weird. You knew this dude your whole life, and all of a sudden he's from the other side. And you guys are looking at each other like, damn, you know what I'm saying? So, but it was just regular shit. Like for me, I always loved music. I always say this, the hood shit was just like normal. Like that's just a part of growing up to me. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, that's super common. That's
You know what
why.
I mean? It was just a part of growing up. It was nothing to glorify. Like my dad didn't think that shit was cool.
And you didn't seek it out.
My mom, it just
It just happened.
bro.
Yeah, it just
My
happened.
mom would find little strike ups in the book. I never could tag at all. I was horrible with that shit. So I'll tell the homies, like, write my name for me, fool. Like the ones that were dope at that shit, you know? And my mom would find it, whoop my ass. You know what I'm saying? Like she wasn't having it. But at the same time, it's like, no matter what you do, you can't watch your kid 24/7.
That's funny. I was tagging
You know what I mean?
and was completely not involved in any gang violence or anything.
Tagging seems, that's tame enough.
Well, no,
You're not
it could
considered-
It's a very West Coast thing, though. That's
No,
you know
yeah.
what I mean?
I didn't even live in California, and I was just like, where I was at, there was a lot of artistic people, and
that's dope.
graffiti transitioned into
Where were you
being. I lived in Spain when I was a kid, so I lived in Spain.
Get
like
the fuck outta
yeah,
here.
from like when I was 2 until I was 18. I lived in southern Spain, and there's like a lot of graffiti culture over there. Like,
where are you from, or where's your family
I'm
from?
Palestinian. My parents are Palestinian, and then they moved to the U.S. and then we moved to Spain when I was a kid, and then I moved back here in 2011. But like,
Not to get too heavy, but I genuinely feel for your people. And just saying, because it's not as simple. I think people like to say like, either I stand with Israel or free Palestine. Like it's a simple fucking statement.
Yeah.
And not realizing that you have like Christians on both sides of the
Right,
and it's tough, right? And not
there's-
realizing, so I just genuinely, when people are from that region, I just like what I say is very respectfully, my heart breaks for you. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I got that shit tatted on me. I was like really like committed to the cause back in like 2009 when I was in high school, and like I was really like aware.
Yeah.
And then I remember in college, like I was around all these like white people and like was like always talking about it. I felt like they thought it was funny that I gave a shit about this thing that they didn't really understand too much.
Yeah.
And then I was sort of like, oh, this shit's never gonna be resolved. And then I just checked out. I was like, that shit's over. Whoever, If you can get out of there, get the fuck out of there, because that's the solution.
If don't mess with the Zohan didn't fix it, then nothing is gonna fix it.
I just feel like there's so much ignorance around the issues.
No, yeah.
Like I don't post on quote unquote, I hate to even say it like this, but I don't post for either side, right? Because I understand that there's like innocent fucking people that just get killed on a daily that like have nothing to do with you're trying to go and get some fucking apples.
I also kind of think that if your whole thing is to entertain, maybe politics are not your thing. You should just go and drink your 40 ounce and rap and yell and maybe sing.
Exactly. I don't want to talk about Israel. I'd rather sip a 40 and give a spiel. Give a sermon about some bullshit. Try to be funny on the mic. That's my whole clip.
Yo, I was 18, I stole the Mazda whip. Even then, I was dropping bombs from here to the Gaza Strip. Yo, my wordplay is ill. That motherfucker real. Go ahead and give him a deal. Fuck how you feel. I'm the realest, I'm the illest. Somebody pick it up and kill it.
I'll pick it up and kill it like a bunch of Gazan children, and that's just how it is, yo. That's what I'm feeling, and that's bad. I'm just gonna say that, but I had to rhyme, yo, like they do in Baghdad. And that's
oh my
very
fucking
sad.
God, I can't believe this Jeep. From here to Tel Aviv. Ooh. Bro, that was crazy. My guy almost spit out the whole 40. No, yeah, it's not a good thing, and it's actually not. There's no like easy way to make a blanket statement about it, because
Thank you.
there's no blank, and also, in my opinion, it's over. Israel is winning. They're taking the whole thing, and that's very pessimistic. People don't want to hear that. It's done. It's been done. But the problem is, if you got nothing, if you're like Palestinian, you live over there and you got nothing, you don't give a fuck. You're like, all right, well, I'm gonna go down with this shit.
Yeah.
Fucking kill us. I'm not. You know what I'm saying? So like,
for me, it's the children, right? It's the babies. You see, like, you look at, and then that's when you realize that, oh shit, I hit the genetic lotto. Like I was born in America. Like, oh man, like, and I'm of Mexican descent and very proud of my culture and heritage and all this shit. But like, let's be real, dog. The fact that we're sitting here having this conversation, like, we spoiled as fuck,
bro.
dog.
My
Like,
mom.
No, I wouldn't want.
So you know what I mean?
The podcast hosted by Palestinian children probably wouldn't be that good.
They probably aren't very funny. They're real serious.
Their comedic timing is
Yeah.
you know, it's not there.
They tend to bomb a lot.
Okay.
Edgy Dave.
You know what's crazy? To me, it's like I was like this close to not getting out. Like, my grandmother's sister stayed there. My dad's brothers all stayed there. They're not like in the shits, like they're up north, but they still like are extremely involved in the conflict. But I fucking dodged many bullets.
Grenades, bombs, all the above.
I dodged a ton of shit getting over here, so I feel that like it's super lucky.
This is terrible podcasting, but we're gonna go ahead and put these dudes on blast. I was supposed to be followed around all day.
Oh, are they canceling on you?
And no. These dudes just got here.
Okay.
And the door's not open.
I'll go let them in.
Okay.
I'll go let them in.
You
You guys
want
can
to?
keep rolling.
Yeah,
we'll keep rolling.
Hell yeah.
Shouts out to you, man.
You got it, dog.
What do these guys have, like, their own vlog that they're putting you on, or
Yeah,
or are they
basically.
working for you?
But no,
kinda?
basically it's their own vlog.
Okay.
They asked me to do a day in the life type shit.
That's pretty sick.
No, it's definitely a interest. I'm like, you care about a day in my life? Okay.
I feel like I've done that before for other. I don't know if you are familiar with Famous Uno. He's a rapper in I can't remember this place, but I've done a few like vlogs for him, and it can get, for the cameraman, it can be kind of weird, but I also imagine it could be a little weird for the subject themselves, just having the equipment following you around everywhere, and I don't know.
I've done it a couple times, and honestly, I like it.
Okay.
I'm pretty decent at kind of like quote unquote playing to the camera.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So like I have fun with that shit. Like it's fun to me. It's natural. It's easy. That shit doesn't bother me. It's weird because I kind of like when the cameras are raw. Like there's like something in my head. It's like, all right, like you're on camera. Don't be a dick. You know what I mean? Like, don't be a fucking idiot right now. You know what I'm saying?
That's interesting because that will pop into my head, but then that'll ruin my.
Yeah.
I'll be like, oh shit.
I'm constantly like, oh yeah, don't be an asshole. You know what I'm saying?
And once it's on camera, you can't take that shit back.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, luckily I'm a rapper, so like we get like fellas in the building.
Was good.
If you want,
Bobby,
you can post up right here too if you want.
So I feel like as a rapper, like we get away with a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like there's like a lot of language that like is supposedly not okay, like PC wise, but like we're allowed to kind of say.
Eminem just said every fucking
well, Eminem
word
just
on
fucking
his last album.
you know, he killed Slim Shady in the process.
Well, just it's even like one of the ones that when we're doing this show, sometimes I'll like call women bitches, and I'll feel bad about it. I'll be like, what am I doing? And then I'm like, oh, it's just like this weird rap environment thing.
Most bitches, I'm gonna be real, bro. Most bitches I know are be dudes at this point. Like a bitch is not it has nothing to do with your sexual orientation. It's a state of being. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of times when I'm rapping, when I'm saying bitches, I am referring to dudes. Like someone being a bitch.
Yeah, if you're being a bitch, like you being a fucking
So
punk,
I'm outing my own misogyny.
You know what I'm saying?
Yo, way too often I say bitches, sluts, and whores. I can't do that shit anymore. I gotta change my ways or the words I say, cause it's been too long that I had to play.
So when I used to want to pull up on a bitch that was a thotty, I say bitch, then I say beautiful, intelligent, totally cute hottie.
Whoa.
That was my pickup line. Even at 16, I had pickup rhymes.
That's a good pickup line, but I like the feminine divine. I'm a feminist. Being a woman is fine.
Okay.
You can exist and have beautiful tits, and that's great because I'll kiss your lips.
Yeah, it's lit to be a chick with tits. Hopefully they're sizable. And yeah, I can admire both. And maybe hopefully after this I might grab them. or suck them, or fuck them.
Okay.
Yeah, I like a chick's lips, the ones between her legs where I inseminate the eggs.
Whoa.
Where the dick goes to lay, but before that, my tongue is gonna play.
Man, I don't know if we're gonna be able to clip that one. We might have to. I don't know.
Inseminate.
Yeah.
Like, that's just livestock right
the
here.
40 got him going.
I'm picturing the glove on the arm, just
yeah.
right in there.
The 40 brought out the real Hazerd, bro.
Let's get it, baby.
Hey, do you have like iconic 40-ounce songs that you can think of? Because I know that like a few off the top of my head is the Where the 40 At by D12. You know what I'm talking about? Where the 40 at? Where the 40 at?
No, it's not where the 40 at. It's
Or isn't that the hook?
Chug a 40 ounce, guzzle it.
Oh, maybe that's it.
Yeah. I know the song you're
Bro,
talking about.
there's also this is a
40 Ounce to Freedom by Sublime. That's it.
Oh, that's
40 ounce
good.
of freedom, and then obviously E40 being Mr. 40 Water himself.
Water.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Sprinkle.
Time of
40 water. Like,
have you seen that clip of Big Boy singing that whole first verse? There's a clip of E40 and Big Boy on Big Boy.
oh, I gotta go see that. No, I haven't seen
and
that. I
then
missed that.
they're standing there and Big Boy's like, "You want me to do it? You gonna do it?" And then E40, "Oh yeah, you hit it." And then Big Boy goes like he does all the like enunciation. He does all of it, and then the only
gotta
thing
go
that,
see this
the
shit.
only
I haven't
thing
seen
that
this.
I'll send you the clip after. The
Yeah, I
only thing
gotta see
that
this shit.
thing that E40 does by the end is he goes, "Sprinkle me, man." Yeah. It's the best. Dude.
That's
so
fucking
funny.
hard, man.
Big Boy's a legend, dude.
That dude
Yeah.
is so dope, and we're actually supposed to go do 40 Ounce Fridays live on Big Boy. And
Oh, dude, that would be incredible. I mean, I seen
Yeah.
you went and freestyled on Bootleg Kev. That was
Shouts out
fucking
Bootleg
dope.
Kev, man. Bootleg Kev's a real good dude, just like a real regular ass person. I don't mean that in a disrespectful way.
No,
I
like-
mean like just a dude.
Down to earth.
Like
Yeah.
you would have a beer with Kev. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Like you would do a couple
You'd have a
shots
40
Kev.
with him.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
can drink a 40 with Kev,
It's like
right?
6 beers.
Like you know what I'm saying? Like he's a real cool dude.
So how did you end up over there? Like, how did you get connected?
So he had been following me for a minute, and I was like, "What the fuck?" Bootleg Kev follows me, and then I was at a cookies event, and I'm not wearing none of that's crazy. I got the backpack.
Yeah, there you
we
go.
So shouts out my boy Big Lux from Santa Monica, Supermax Hardware cookies. Lucky had taken a liking to my stuff. That whole Whack 100 thing, he heard about it,
yeah.
and he liked what I had said. He had a podcast at the time called The Hard Luck Show. He invited me on, whatever, and then he shot me like a couple cookies t-shirts.
Okay.
And I was like, damn, I get a cookies tee? Like, I feel like a big dog, because he gave me like a couple hats, couple shirts.
Yeah.
Couple
That's like
beans.
nice merch.
Yeah, and I was like, damn, thank you. He goes, that's how you feel? So then he asked me for my address after the podcast.
Damn.
And he was like, I'm going to send you a proper box. So he sent me like a 15-pound box of clothes. Like, I never forget it because the fucking the label was on the thing, and it, like they weighed it. And
Oh,
was
it said the weight of it on there.
15.7 pounds. Just t-shirts. You know what I'm saying? Just like a box full of fucking shit. And I was like, damn. And I grew up in the hood, bro. So like, I didn't have a lot growing up. So I was like, I'm gonna wear this shit.
Yeah.
So I started wearing it like every Friday. And then I guess the higher ups of cookies were like, who the fuck is this? You know, and then
Repping all the clothes.
So then Lucky's like, oh, I gave him some gear, and then like he just kept giving me shit, kept inviting me to stuff. So Bootleg Kev was DJing. What event was that? It was Desto Dub has this brand called Awful Lot of Cough Syrup.
Okay, yeah, I've heard of that.
And
Yep.
they did a collab with cookies called, and it was called Awful Lot of Cookies.
Yep.
So
That makes sense.
the day that they
Perfect.
dropped, they had a big ass in store. Burner was there, Desto was there, and Bootleg Kev was spinning. And so I walked in, and Burner shows a lot of love. Like he been following me for a minute. After I started kind of posting all the shit with the cookie shit.
Yeah.
And Lucky was always resharing me. Burner was like, "Oh, this fool's hard." So he followed me. He DM'd me like, "Hey, keep doing what you're doing. Like you're dope. Thanks for rep." Like he basically said like, "Thanks for repping the brand properly." Like that was his thing's like, "Bro, you're always representing, bro. Like thank you, you know." So I was at the event. I dapped up Burner and shit. You know what I'm saying? And then I seen Bootleg Kev. I was like, yo, dog, they call me Hazerd to the mic and I be off the meds. Here we go. And you know what he said? He was like, yo, dog, I follow you. You dope as fuck. I was like, hopefully, bro, I could get up on your show. So that shit happened, and I kicked a couple flows. Yo.
Hell
Kicked
yeah.
a couple flows over with Bootleg Kev because he gave a couple clothes to my boy Hazerd, and you know it was the word. He got on there wearing his favorite shirt, said cookies, it was absurd.
Who said that I would get to spread the wealth with Bootleg at an event? And yeah, I can hop on the mic and vent. Yeah, you know me, I always spread the wealth. And yeah, I'm speaking real with lots of stealth. Ooh.
Yeah. Keep it real, player. High slayer, beat every week. Hop up on my feet, bring them heat.
Ooh.
The shit is done with ease.
I kind of have a goal to have all my clothes given to me by either like people that design them or just I free clothes is where
You
it's
know
at.
what's so funny is, bro, like after Cookie started sending me like boxes of shit, like everybody and their mothers like, hey, can I send you something?
Yeah.
And then it got to a point where like it can be fairly lucrative to like wear a t-shirt on 40 ounce Fridays. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
like people cut the check, you know what I mean, for me to wear a shirt.
That's
you know what I mean?
good.
No,
it's
that's sick.
That is crazy because it's like, at first I was like, a free shirt, cool. And then at a certain point it was like, you want me to wear your shit? All right, well, I'm like 2 weeks out, right? Like, fuck, I promised one person next week. Bro, if you wear my shit this week, bro, I'll give you $500. That's how it started.
Damn.
And I was like, done.
I'll do it for
I was like,
100.
done, right? And then I remember I didn't wear the other brand. He's like, hey, bro, what happened? I'm like, these fools are paying. Well, what'd they pay? He's like, well, I want mine next week, bro. So then he shot me more than that.
Nice.
And so then I was like, oh shit. So like, you know, it's been that's been a blessing.
Yeah.
Like getting paid to wear a t-shirt is a cool thing.
That's crazy, dude. I mean, I'm
the only
really,
thing is it's hard to get pants. Not a lot of people design pants.
because
Shouts out Shockaware. I got these for free.
Hell yeah.
Shockaware.
Oh yeah, well
Shockaware
you were just out there with the
Shockaware
homie,
shot the cargos. Yeah.
friend of the show, Nomo from the Lid Outlet.
Shouts out Mo.
That's how
man.
we got connected. You guys were out there doing. He was doing a little vlog for you.
Yep.
And you ended up shooting a 40 ounce Friday over there, right?
Yeah, we did that. I've been over there a few times now. Good people over there. We did a 40 ounce Fridays Shockaware collab tee.
So that's the one with the little bag in the bottle.
Little man on the corner and the Shockaware on the other way. Sold out. Fucking sold out, man.
Damn.
If you go on Shockaware's website right now, I said sold out.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
Website.
Yeah,
Get in there.
Yeah, if you go on Shockaware, the 40 ounce tee is sold out. It's
Shockaware.com.
Yeah.
I would love
That's
to
the
wear.
plug.
I would love to
Shockaware,
wear somebody's clothes on the show,
know.
please. The only person that's giving me clothes to wear on the show is Cam K444M. Shout out Lil Mike. They brought some merch, and then I got some merch from Nomo.
Lard gave us some merch, not
Oh.
clothes, but we got
we got
some,
we
like,
got
pins
some, we
and
got some shit
stickers
from
and
Large.
stuff.
So that people have given us. I got hats. I got a lot of hats.
Really?
But the shirt, as a double XL man, the shirt is much more valuable. It's just literally more cloth.
Quite literally.
You know what I mean?
Quite literally.
They're spending more money on you.
Quite literally, yeah. I got a couple 2Xs, I think, sitting in my bucket.
That's
of some Hazard. I'll get you some shit. I got you.
Fucking
I
think
thought-
about me, bro.
I kind of thought it was going to be more flamboyant, but it's pretty low key.
Totally low key.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they're doing their thing, bro. Like
Yeah.
Shockaware, like really doing their thing. Shouts out to them, man. And like I said, it's been nothing but love, you know, when I'm over there.
I want to ask you about this because I know that you're 40 ounce Friday every week for a fucking million weeks now. What about like, do you feel like that's a better system? Because like I feel like you don't even have to put out fucking music. I know you have music,
Right.
But I feel like the consistency in the brand has grown from just doing the weekly, and making music isn't even like. You're making music,
Right.
Is it are the 40 ounce freestyles going on Spotify or
So for the longest, like the early ones, obviously we were jacking for beats. We couldn't. Then we switched over to original production, but a lot of that's sample based, right? Technically we could. I could just be like, fuck, I'm gonna put them up, sue me, right?
Yeah.
But it's like I'd rather not. Like
Well,
I'd
yeah.
rather not deal with it. So we have them specifically on Instagram because my thing is like almost on some like Supreme shit. Like if you know, you know, and if you know where to get it, you can
Yeah.
go get it. But that's where you're gonna go get it at, right?
Well, I feel like they could be doing numbers on YouTube too. You know what I'm saying? Like you're already filming it, right?
Oh.
You film the whole thing in wide angle on YouTube,
Right.
And then you just cut the fucking sides, and that's the IG one.
Well, so we actually started recently. We actually started filming up and down, just
Oh, you're
specifically
filming
because-
vertically.
Yeah, we're filming vertically now, just because like IG and Reels.
No,
and
it's better for
whatnot,
that.
You know what I'm saying? So it just looks better too.
Agreed.
Honestly, at this point, like the way that the screens are, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It just looks better. That being said, we you know, so I own the name. Like I trademarked 40 Ounce Fridays. You know what I'm saying?
That's good.
So I own the name. That's where like I remember I was talking to Shakaware about that, and that was how the collab happened. They're like, oh, you own it, like you own that. You know what I'm saying?
I own it, got it trademarked. That's how it is. Use a mark if you think that you can take my motherfucking name and shit. You can't do that shit. You is a lame, you bitch.
Stay the fuck away from my intellectual property. If you want to use it, come properly and get the fucking permission, get the signature. Yeah, I'm doing things with curvature.
Yo, who would have thought when I first started rapping I would own a name out of the Office of Trademarks and Patents? Damn, came a long way from sitting on the corner with the homies just flowing.
That notary public, she put her sign on it and it was mine on it. Yeah, ooh, now I'm feeling fine on it, drinking wine on it. Yo, this name is all mine, goddamn it.
I got the shit notarized by a notary, so no one can just use that shit openly. They gotta come at me and be like, could you please give me a percentage? You might regret it.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
That's right.
I've never gotten anything trademarked. Maybe we should do that.
It's not that hard, right?
It was a bitch.
Oh, okay, never mind.
It's during COVID. Apparently, everybody got a great idea,
Oh.
and then like the office got backed up. Mine specifically, apparently, it was a little difficult. I had like 3 things working against me. I had the number 40, which is just a fucking number. I had the biggest one. I thought it was the day of the week, right? Because it's really hard to trademark a day of the week.
Yeah.
Like the NFL owns Super Bowl Sunday. You got it, right? So it's hard to trademark a day of the week. Like Braun tried with Taco Tuesday, and they were like, "Fuck you, that's fair use." Like,
Yeah.
it's not
Yeah.
happening, right?
It's like
So-
trademarking happy birthday.
Right. So it was really hard because I had Friday in it. At least that's what I thought. Come to find out that the reason my lawyer went back and forth with the office was over ounce, because it's a unit of measurement. So then he said, that's fine, but when you put it together, 40 ounce Fridays, it's a distinct thing. And then what helped me was that I had 3 years worth of, but when we
Got
started
it.
applying, because I barely got it.
Yeah.
It took like almost 2 years.
But they looked at the brand and they said this has been consistently
You know what I
used.
mean?
That's
I own the .com. I have, I have 2 different social media platforms that have pretty much been built off of that. My TikTok and my IG.
Establishing proof.
You know what I'm saying?
of-
Yeah. So it's like, but it was tough. It was a motherfucker. Like to get it original, like, it was hard. But, and what really makes me mad is like nowadays they done left the, what you call it? The, like nothing's on paper anymore. Right?
Oh, so it's all
Yeah.
it's all digital.
It's all digital. So like I'm mad because I wanted to like put it in a-
certificate.
I wanted to
Put it on the wall.
You know what I mean? And they just emailed it. To me.
Print it out.
You know what I mean? That's what
You
I
can
said.
print it
Print
out.
that shit out.
Get over
that's
to
what the homie
Kinko's.
said. That's what the homie said. The homie was like, if you just go to a print shop and tell them that you want it done right with the they can print it for you.
I bet we could trademark our shit. How much did it cost? Can you give us numbers?
The whole process I think ended up running me. It was like under 1,000, but close to it. I feel like
A little bit more than I was expecting.
something like that.
I
It's
thought
like,
$100 maybe.
no, because you got to pay for like the actual trademarking fee, and then like I pay for my lawyer's time, right?
Yeah.
Which is my boy. Like we used to make music together, and then he quit making music. He went to law school. You know what
Damn,
I'm saying?
that's
Good
so
to have
different.
it's good to have a
No,
homie
my
who's a
attorney,
lawyer.
literally my attorney, like my
Yeah.
attorney's my homie. Like
That's-
we have
that's good
music
stuff.
videos together.
That's so funny.
You know what I'm
dude.
saying? But to answer your question more directly, like I own the name at this point, and like I feel like we're doing something. We definitely took the stairs, like to get to where we're at.
Yeah.
We definitely took the long way, but I feel like, in another 10, 15 years, or whatever, like looking back, it's gonna be like very rewarding because I did something that was like so unique and off on its own
Yeah.
that like I really kind of carved my own lane.
Well, you
really, really, really. Like a lot of people be like, "Oh, I do my own thing." Like, fuck you. Like this shit didn't exist before I started it, right? Like this wasn't a thing. Like even now, like when I see you got On the Radar freestyle, you got all these different, that whole like putting a mic up, just putting the cap, that wasn't
Yeah.
a thing
Yeah.
5 years ago. Not
Yeah.
like that. The only people doing that at that time was probably and I know them dudes, George over at the Cypher Effect. I remember he would do Cypher Effect mic checks or whatever. But it wasn't a common thing. Like just set the mic up and go.
Azay with On the Block, he was one of the first as well.
How long has he been at it?
Well, I mean, I know he's been like a Chicago staple videographer for like 15 years.
Is that the original hanging mic?
I was under the impression he was the original. He claims to be the original.
Well, the hanging mic, not just like obviously there's been people ciphering way before that, but the hanging mic trend I think started over there.
Maybe. I feel like
it could be totally organic all over the place.
And I get it. You know, with an idea that simple, like a lot of people probably think of it. But like that being said, when I did this, I'm telling you, man, because I seen it. Like, that shit was not fucking common. Mm-hmm. When I first started this shit, it was not common.
At the time, TikTok was the only platform that was vertical, and that was the only and musicians weren't using it the way they're using it now.
Right.
Like at the time, TikTok was like people dancing and shit. Yeah. So you were probably on YouTube at the time.
No, I was on Instagram.
So you were doing videos on Instagram. Yo, it's been a while since social went vertical. Imagine me in the street in a convertible with a little girlie sipping something swervable. Yeah, grab it, give it servable.
You're doing your videos on Instagram, and that's fine. But me, I'm stuck doing my videos on Vine. I gotta promote myself in 5 seconds or less. Yo, I gotta impress. Yo, I gotta edit this shit.
That's so crazy, man, off the fucking head when you on Vine and they put the app to bed. Me, you want to try me, you can find me on the IG on any given Friday under the banner 40 ounce. It amounts to a lot of fucking bars. Mr. Hazard to the mic done checked it very far. He took it as far as he probably fucking could, yeah. That's how he getting him and his homies out the hood.
You might see me and a couple of homies spitting some things on IG. Yeah, it's real clean. Ooh, what it do?
Ooh. What it do?
God damn. I feel like it's also hard to develop a thing that you could do consistently. Like it's hard to write hooks and bridges and concepts for songs.
Right.
You could just show up every Friday, fucking drink a 40 and rap. That you could do that until your liver gives out. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like there's some sustainability there where as making music is way less easy. It's not that what you're doing is easy because you got the bars, but like structuring songs is more complicated, and so you got this system where like you have, it's like us, like it's easy for us to show up, the mics are already here, we got the cameras, we have like this thing set up, and so you set up this thing that you just show up and do every week.
You know, when we first started it, it was just supposed to be a promotional vehicle. I always say this shit. Shouts out my boy Urban of all angles. He helped me start it. He had produced a bunch of stuff for me. We had a whole project ready to go. It was called Boom Baps and Gangster Raps, and I was like, bro, I'm going to put this shit out. 10 people are going to listen to it. Nobody's going to carry it. What are we doing? And so I said, let's start something to promote this shit that we got music coming. That was how 40 ounce was just a promotional vehicle for a project that we never fucking dropped.
And then the 40 ounces became the thing.
And it took on a life of its own.
Do you even like 40s? Are you trapped in this in this branding?
Nah,
are you every Friday you're suffering like I'm doing
you know what's so funny is like this was genuinely the only kind of 40 I could drink growing up. And like to me Mickey's taste kind of almost sweet.
It's not bad.
There's almost a sweetness to it, right?
Right. I don't know what the difference is between malt liquor and regular.
This got dextrose and maltodextrin in it.
You know what's so funny? I should probably know that. I don't know the difference between like beer and malt liquor.
Yeah, what is that?
What I do know is it goes down like a fat kid on a seesaw.
It tastes like beer.
I think of malt and I think of like chocolate malt balls or whatever. You know? Like,
Whoppers.
Like, some Whoppers.
Yeah,
I think it's just beer, dude. I think it's just like. This is a different term.
They want it to sound like you're about to get in a fight with someone who's Irish or something.
I feel like
malt liquor.
Yeah, no. I mean, what happened to OE or fucking Colt 45?
I could never drink none of those, bro. Them motherfuckers tasted like dirt and water.
That actually does taste like trash.
Yeah.
But weren't they also higher ABV? Like this is still just a normal alcohol content, isn't it?
Oh, you're saying like those are like fucking 20%?
Those are like moonshine, right?
Yeah, I swear the Colt 45.
No, they were maybe like like 6 or 7%.
No, the steel.
or
I
8%.
think the steel reserve is like 8.5 or some shit like
Yeah,
that.
that shit's crazy.
It's insane. I mean, that's
What
homeless
is
beer.
Mickey's, anyways?
I'm telling you, it's beer. If we had our producer here this week,
They usually have the ABV on the bottle, but I do not see it on here, and that seems dangerous. They
I'm
should
looking
wait,
it up.
Here it is. Wait, maybe that's not it. Serving size, blah blah blah. Oh, 5.6. Found it.
5.6. That's like a solid beer.
157 calories a serving.
I think
5.6
4.5 is like the average for your
5.6
regular
is a solid beer.
So it's
That's cool.
slightly above average.
And you're drinking 40 ounces of it.
Yes.
You know?
I mean, once it gets to about the halfway point, you're like, do I even like? It's kind of starting to warm up a little bit too. You're like, what the heck?
Well, y'all babysitting, and then what
You're
you're,
right,
what you're
you're right.
supposed to do once you're able to get this off, then you just start drinking it from here.
I was hoping he
true.
wouldn't notice.
You know what I mean? Y'all babysitting like if y'all don't catch the fuck up, and I'm the hungover one. Like,
I know
what
that's
we
why you
doing?
needed it, bro.
This shit is medicine right now. I feel amazing.
Beer and malt liquor
Yeah.
are both made by fermenting grains and adding yeast to create a mash, but they differ in a few key ways.
They call it the hair of the dog
Mm-hmm.
when you're drinking liquor after a hangover. But what the hell does that even mean? Where the fuck does hair of the dog come from? Why does that have anything to do with?
Well, I know it's in Spanish, right? Like that's the whole. I think it's yeah. I don't fucking know.
I'm gonna look it up. Maybe there's a hair.
Now we're both looking stuff up
Now
at the
we're-
same
this
time.
is terrible podcast.
hair of
No,
the
I
dog
agree.
origin.
Apparently, malt liquor is beer,
It is.
according to the research I just did briefly. I wanted to put my phone down before he started looking at his.
No, you're right. You're right.
Because all of a
I'm
sudden,
sorry. You're right.
then he's sending a text, and then all three of us are looking at our
It was
phone.
unprofessional of
Yeah.
me. I agree, but I did find the answer. The expression "the hair of the dog" comes from an ancient belief that a dog's hair could cure rabies and other diseases from a bite. Some believe that placing a hair of the dog in the bite wound could cure it. Sounds like bullshit, man.
Damn.
These people were stupid back in the day. Dog. Like, I'll just
And
sh-
you
I'll just
wonder
shave
how
my dog.
motherfuckers, like average life expectancy was like 40.
Right.
Yo, but here's the thing.
No, not even. Like fucking 28.
No, dude, someone dropped some knowledge on me the other day. The only reason why we say that the average life expectancy back in the day was 40 is just because of the... How many babies were dropping every day? So many babies, yo, the level was 0, so the average age is gonna be lower. But people were growing to be 70 years old, sir.
Yeah. They were born before. They were dying before they were born. So they never got to experience the taste of corn. And their whole
AIDS.
family had to mourn them.
Yeah, it was fucked up. A shitty way to live because the doctors was looking like fuck them little kids. Yeah, grab a coat hanger or something.
Damn.
Them motherfuckers wasn't bluffing.
This baby is a witch, let's burn it at the stake, yo. I don't like this baby, yo, let's eat it like a steak, bro. Oh
Damn.
my god, yeah, this baby I hate, bro. Oh my god, yo, I wish he wasn't 8, yo.
I hate babies and I hate getting rabies. Hair of the dog, yeah, that don't work, but maybe it do if I was only 22 and didn't grow to be an old man like you.
How about I just eat a big bowl
Let
of
me
dog hair?
unfuck this. Keep it real. Hazard loved the kid.
We do it for the children. This is a family-friendly show.
Oh yeah, definitely. There's no.
in the future, okay?
Yeah. Let me read you the beats real quick. Explicit by Elias, Field Day by Manuel, Sandman by Lethal Needle, Pretty Tired, that was by me, Ravaged by Guasileva, I think it's Spanish, Guilty by Reese Beats, LA Times by Bailey Daniel, Sax by 3 a.m., With You by Eternal XL, and Puncher by DJ Cream.
Is
DJ Cream?
That's the production for today?
Those are the beats. Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
shouts out DJ Cream.
Yeah, I like
he-
that name.
He's a little horn dog.
My DJ's named Nympho, so.
Oh, yeah, you know what?
A lot of horny DJs
What's
out
worse
there.
here?
I mean, look, I think people get into DJing so they can
Fuck bitches.
fuck bitches and party for free.
I mean, that's why people get
That's-
into comedy.
Seems like an incredible job.
That's why people get into. That's why people want to be rappers half of the time.
You know what's so funny? I always say this shit all the time. Like, fuck P. Diddy. Not like because of anything he did recently, like because we've been on, he was on his freaky shit, right?
Yeah.
But in my opinion, fuck him because do you remember the video of him and Mace? I think they're like in downtown Vegas. And they got the shiny suits on and the Benzes and shit.
It sounds familiar.
Is it the bad boy? Da-da-da. I remember seeing that video and being like, I'm gonna be a fucking rapper.
Yeah.
They got Benzes and
Yeah.
I don't know about the shiny clothes, but they got Benzes and bitches. Like, I think I'm gonna just be a rapper.
It's misleading.
Right? Listen, kids, stay in school. If your GPA wasn't that high, but you're decently hardworking individual and have good spatial awareness, go get your CDL. Look,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
It's
if you are artistic and you do have kind of a flair for like drawing or whatever, go get your barber license. Like I'm telling you, oh, it's because I'm an artist. Like fucking, it don't pay nothing.
I know, and
Like it don't pay.
It's got to be something that you can do on a Friday with a 40. Like you gotta be able to fit it into your shit.
You know what I mean? It's just yeah.
That's kind of what we've landed on. You know, it's hard to put out like just constant.
You gotta really look,
whatnot.
and I always tell kids that shit. They're like, "Oh, what do you do?" I'm like, "Don't rap." Like unless you love it like like you gotta really love rap for rap.
right,
You
and
know
then
what I'm
you
saying?
like eventually you're gonna be a grown ass man still rapping, and you gotta be good. Like otherwise, there comes a point where it's like I can't believe.
Because as a kid, it could be cute, right? Like, oh look, he's rapping.
Yeah.
You don't even got to be that tight. Like you,
They're just like skibbity toilet.
yeah,
skibbity
it doesn't
toilet.
matter, right? But like you get to a certain age, it's like, how's that shit going for you, bud?
bro, you better sound fucking tight
How's
for people
that
to see.
shit
Yeah,
go-
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I definitely feel like that's a yeah. You know,
Well,
what I mean?
no,
You got to
but-
really love the music. For
on
music.
the other end of things, there's also like I feel like endless potential nowadays. Like somebody could just have a day job and then cook up beats at the crib and like get really good and like post their own shit, and they could just like build a niche fan base on the internet. So at the same time, like I feel like you don't have to be. It's not as all or nothing as it was maybe 20 years ago. Like before, you had to fucking get discovered by Dr. Dre and get a deal. Otherwise, you're gonna be just like playing at shitty venues the rest of your life. Now, dudes are making bank on the internet.
It's crazy, right? Because like, you know, we'll do little merch drops, little bundles, you know, 5-10 dozen shirts or whatever of each design, and they sell out.
That's crazy,
Like,
bro.
You know what I'm saying? Like we sell out at everything that I've ever done is sold out. So it's like even right now where we're at. You know what I mean? There's ways to definitely monetize the like the artistic expression for sure.
All it is getting views. Once you're getting
That's
views,
it.
then you can sell. You can sell attention.
Yeah. That's it.
Even us, we fucking got some 7 or 8 lunatics paying every month to get our bonus content.
Shouts out to the 7 or 8 lunatics. that pay for the
Fucking
bonus content.
Dome with Bamfomania. Patreon.com/Dome with Bamfomania if you want to get bonus content. You know, if you enjoyed this, you'll probably enjoy the shit that's on there. We're doing weekly bonus episodes, sometimes bonus art.
Every week he takes out his Palestinian penis.
It's crazy.
It's true.
Not circumcised.
It's weird. Yeah.
And he takes it out and he puts it in a nice young Jewish lady.
Oh yeah, it's good stuff. It's good stuff. And they say the camera adds 10 pounds.
Yeah.
So the motherfucker's girthy, no diddy.
The Cabrans 10 inches.
No diddy, but it's girthy, and he's just right there, just pounding away a little Jewish American princess.
Shalom.
Hey, you know what? I'm down to call it on that.
That's
You got anything you're trying to you want people to look out for?
Yeah, what do you want to promote right now?
Every week, you know, at I'm a Hazerd, 40-ounce Fridays, we drop. We don't plan on stopping anytime soon. I got to be very careful about. Yeah, I can't say that.
You don't want to jinx it.
Yeah, I can't say that.
I understand.
We're working. We're having some conversations. The conversations have been very productive, and they're very dope. And hopefully, I can share some great news with y'all. I'll tell y'all. I'll tell you what was going on.
Well, yeah,
off camera,
and we'd love to.
But hopefully, I can come back. Maybe
That
Yeah,
we'd
have
love to
notes.
have you. We'd love to have you back on a day where maybe you aren't super hungover, but we still had an amazing time.
No, this was one of our
thanks for
best
having
episodes.
me.
Yeah,
Yo,
we
thanks for having
we
me.
appreciate you squeezing us into your schedule. We know you're super busy. You got fucking
I'm
camera
glad
people
to do
following you around like a fucking superstar. If you're watching on YouTube, like and subscribe, leave a comment. Patreon.com, and if you're on audio platforms, also listen. Any last words, my dude?
No. Goodbye, everyone.